stories around the world to stories here at home. This is the National News Broadcast. I'm Chamindi Samarasekara.
A very good evening to you indeed. I'm Shehara Herat. And now let's first have a look at the headlines for tonight. Compensation for 6,659 farmers of the Kurunegala district whose cultivations were damaged. Gotabaya, the presidential candidate from Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna. 98,997 projects are in operation under Gamperaliya, Minister Mangala says. Minister Sajith Premadasa states that a number of welfare programs will be launched on behalf of war heroes. Sonia Gandhi to take over the chairmanship of the Indian Congress Party once again.
On to those and other stories in detail now. Compensation was paid to farmers whose cultivations were damaged during the 2018 Yala season in the Kurunegala district. The function, under the patronage of Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe, was held today at the Kurunegala Municipal Hall. 140 million rupees is to be paid to 6,659 farmers whose cultivations were damaged in the Kurunegala district. The Prime Minister handed over compensation to 1,000 of those farmers. Compensation is being paid to farmers across the island who had their cultivations destroyed during the 2018 Yala season. This program was implemented in Kurunegala today as one step in this procedure. A large group of parliamentarians and ministers were present on this occasion. Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe questioned whether those who halted sending of white vans are now saying it is wrong. If not, will they go back to the same procedures? He further questioned whether there will be a difference just because the clothing and the faces are changed. He said that whatever it is, they remain the same. He said everyone has to remember that. It should be handed over to those who can do something. They could not do it for a period of 10 years. The Premier questioned whether just because the name was changed, there would be more strength. Then, when the war ended, there was no reconciliation in this country. They could not bring about reconciliation for a period of 10 years. But the Prime Minister said they created reconciliation in 5 years.
And now, former Defence Secretary Gotabaya Rajapaksa was today named as the presidential candidate of the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna. This was at the first national conference of the Peramuna held at the Sugatadasa Stadium today. Opposition leader Mahinda Rajapaksa was appointed as the new chairman of the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna. The epistle relating to this was presented to Mahinda Rajapaksa by former chairman of the party, Professor G.L. Pires. Subsequently, Mahinda Rajapaksa declared that the presidential candidate of the SLPP is to be Gotabaya Rajapaksa. Leader of the opposition Mahinda Rajapaksa stated that it is someone who contributed to resettling hundreds of thousands of people in the north and to release them who would know about their actual problems. At the same time, it would be someone who have paved the way for Muslim people who were in refugee camps for 10 or 15 years, could once again go back freely to their villages, who would be aware of their problems. The leader of the opposition stated that the person who should be the candidate is someone who can honestly deal with the Tamil and Muslim people and who would not cheat them. He also stated that it was a person who will protect the supremacy of law and someone who would think about raising the standards of agriculture which have collapsed in the country and should be someone who has worked on behalf of these sons. This person, the former president said, is Gotabaya. He is coming in to strengthen the people and this country. Mahinda Rajapaksa, the leader of the opposition, stated that he values firstly his country and secondly and thirdly his country as well. It should be the same for Gotabaya as well. Presidential candidate of the SLPP Gotabaya Rajapaksa stated that today they were commencing another type of a journey in the history of Sri Lanka. He stated that the campaign on behalf of that honourable task would also be honourable. Therefore, he stated that they have to be disciplined, lawful and ethical and maintain a proper election campaign. He also stated that priority should be given to protecting the environment within the election campaign. Similarly, he stated that the election culture of mistreating or harassing political opponents or personal abuse, deceiving people with lies should be changed. Gotabaya Rajapaksa stated that he is ready to achieve what is required for the country and to fulfill the national role which everyone requires.
Member of Parliament Mujibur Rahman questioned the validity of Mahinda Rajapaksa's parliamentary post and the membership of the Sri Lanka Freedom Party, with his obtaining the leadership of the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna. At a media briefing held today, the parliamentarian said he would ask the Speaker about it as well. Member of Parliament of the United National Party Mujibur Rahman said that former President Mahinda Rajapaksa will go down in history as a person who betrayed the members of the SLFP. He became Prime Minister while in the SLFP and then became President twice, but turned back and on behalf of his personal agenda will be known as the individual who buried the SLFP in the history of this country, which we have to remind everyone about. Mahinda Rajapaksa came into Parliament through United People's Freedom Alliance. He was given the post of opposition leader because he contested from that party. He was a member of that party, but today he is the leader of the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna. If so, he has changed parties. At the same time, we question Mahinda Amaravira about the decision he will take regarding this. Similarly, will the membership of Mahinda Rajapaksa, who is now the leader of another party, altogether in the SLFP, be abolished? He questioned, will he be allowed to remain as a member of Parliament? MP Rahman said he was going to question the President. He also said an inquiry will be made from the Speaker whether it is legally possible for Mahinda Rajapaksa to be the opposition leader. There are false allegations against Gotabaya Rajapaksa. There are murder allegations and misappropriation of money against him. MP Rahman further said that Mahinda Rajapaksa is trying to put someone who has allegations against him in the President's seat.
And now the convener of the National People's Council, Chamira Pereira, stated that although the presidential candidate of the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna is Gotabaya Rajapaksa, he will not be any challenge to the presidential candidate who will come forward through the civil society. He made this comment at a media briefing held in Hatton. The convener of the National People's Council, Chamira Pereira, stated that the theme of Mahinda Rajapaksa's fraction is a new country and a new leader contesting the presidential election. The initial facts is that the new country the Rajapaksa family members can provide. At the same time, he questioned what did the Rajapaksa family leave for this country and what did they give? They brought waste and garbage from England to this country. At the same time, they gave the Mitotamulla garbage mountain to the country and brought in a huge burden of debt from China. The rural owners were chased away from their lands and were given to the multinational companies. This is the track record of that family. He also stated that if he used money robbed from the people of this country to build museums for his parents, he entered into agreements as an American citizen and in 2010 paved way for the US. He questioned whether this is the person who will become the next president of the country. At the same time, anyone connected to the Rajapaksa family has stolen in millions. That is what they contributed towards the country. He stated that he would like to mention that 6.2 million people are not ready to go back and they are not ready to hand over the country to the Rajapaksas again. A new leader will come forward for the 2020 battle, a leader being questioned by the people and a leader who will gain victory.
The Matugama-Aludgama road, which was renovated, was vested in the people yesterday. A sum of 2,380 million rupees was spent on this endeavour. The road was renovated under the Run Mawatha development program. The distance of the road is 11 kilometers and consists of 4 lanes and has been built based on international standards. The Valipan interchange of the Southern Expressway can be conveniently accessed through this road. A group including Minister Rajit Senaratne and Kabir Hashim were present at the opening ceremony. Minister Dr. Rajit Senaratne said that they could not imprison even one person of that government which stole billions. That is the truth, he said. Those thieves and murderers are now contesting the presidential contest as patriots. Lasantha Wickramatunge was killed by those 2 or 3 army personnel who have been put forward. He said that the winning candidate will be given by them to everybody. The minister said that they are ready to show how Gotabaya or even his father, if he contested, will be defeated. He said they are ready and that they will establish a broad alliance. elections. He also said to keep in mind that they will set up a government which will not be able to be defeated for another 10 years. Minister Kabir Hashim said that the time has come for the United National Party to set up a single-party government. Today, the entire country is with them. The minister said a presidential candidate has been prepared who will sit as president by 2020. That is the candidate everyone and the entire country is requesting.
And now Minister Sajith Premadasa stated that he will launch a number of welfare programs for the brave war heroes who dedicated themselves in ending the 30-year war. The minister made this comment on the occasion of vesting to the people the Udagamana named Sedasungama built at Dematagama in Tiripane in Anuradhapura. This is the 246th model village built under the Samata Sevana Yalipibidhan Udagamana program. The village comprises of 28 houses fully complete with all facilities. The cost of constructing the village was 27.9 million rupees. A number of other common services such as presenting housing loans and assistance to low-income families in the area was also carried out. A group of persons including Minister Chandrani Bandara and Member of Parliament Chandima Gamagi were present at the occasion.
The Colombo Tea Traders Association, the apex body of the country's tea industry, marked its 125th anniversary last Friday. The ceremony was held under the patronage of Minister Navin Disanayake in Colombo. A commemorative publication titled Tea Men, which records a well-researched history of the association, was also launched during the ceremony marking the 125th anniversary of the Colombo Tea Traders Association. Minister of Plantation Industries Navin Disanayake was the chief guest of the ceremony. Many industries leaders were present on this occasion. The new chairman of the Colombo Tea Traders Association for the year 2019-2020, Jayantha Karunaratne, was also appointed during the ceremony. A workshop on Ceylon Tea Roadmap 2030 for the development of the industry in the next 10 years was also held in line with the event.
There was a time of reflection, poise and challenge that we all faced together. And very soon we were able to face that. And the prices picked up, the production also picked up, and also the negotiations, where we were able to resolve that very quickly. Therefore, I'm happy to say that although there are issues in the industry, that the past 4 years, albeit challenging, has been a task-oriented period where many challenges have been met. As you say in your report, the first paragraph, the tea industry faced numerous challenges, but through its legendary resilience was able to overcome many of them. Therefore, the issues of price, production, and sub-issues such as the adulteration of tea, the overall macroeconomic picture for tea and other beverages in the world market, new markets, the global tea campaign that we hope to unleash in September, issues for planters, issues for the Planters Association, the tea smallholder sector, factory owners crisis. All these are sub-issues, but the macro fundamentals of the tea industry are very strong. Also, greater investment and greater innovative thinking is needed in the RPC sector. I also say with a sense of pride that the smallholder has been looked after. We have pumped in nearly 3 billion rupees into the smallholder sector. Therefore, despite many problems and obstacles, I'm happy to note that the smallholder sector had performed well. Now the situation has changed, where 73% of production is coming from the smallholder and only 27% is coming from the RPCs.
And our Minister of Finance, Mangala Samarveera, said that 98,997 projects covering the entire island are being carried out under the Gamperlia program very successfully. He made this comment when he participated in declaring open several development projects in the city of Mathura today. The minister launched a project to develop a 2-kilometer section of the road from town of Mathura to Nadugala on the Hakmana Road, Mathura today. A sum of 1.3 billion rupees is to be spent from government's financial provisions, and 700 million rupees has been paid as compensation for houses and shops that were removed when constructing the roadway. Modernizing the bridge which leads the Mathura Paviduva Upostagramya also commenced today. A sum of 9 million rupees was spent in this connection. Meanwhile, the minister laid the foundation stone to modernize the Mathura Beach Park. Later, he addressed a gathering present at the function. Minister Mangana Samarveera stated that by yesterday, through the Gamperlia project, 98,997 projects have been implemented across the island. During only these first 7 months, the sum allocated was 48 billion rupees. 12% of that was given for developing religious places. 85% of that was Buddhist temples. While villages are being developed, he said that they are seeking to provide jobs for the generation of youth in the country. At the same time, through the Enterprise Sri Lanka program, the government will pay interest and enable to lend a hand to youth who are innovative, who have capabilities and have good ideas to commence small businesses. And now the second Randoli Perahara of the Kandy Asala festival is now parading the streets. A large number of local and foreign tourists have arrived to witness the historic event. The Perahara has commenced at the auspicious time of 6:50 in the evening. The majestic tusker Singha Raja is carrying the casket bearing the sacred relics. Two other tuskers, Mayan Raja and Burma Raja, are accompanying the majestic tusker. The Randoli Perahara is parading the Dalada Vidya and DS Senanayaka Vidya. Colombo Street and Yatinura Vidya is scheduled to return to Dalda Maligava through Raja Vidya. A special security operation is being conducted in connection with the Kandy Asala Perahara.
With the forecast, Met Department says that a sudden increase of wind speed up to 60 to 65 kilometers per hour may occur in northwestern, western Sabaragamuwa central and southern provinces and 40 to 50 kilometers per hour in north central province and in Trincomalee district. The Met Department further added that showers or thunderstorms showers will occur at times in western Sabaragamuwa, central, southern and northwestern provinces. Light showers will occur in Mannar, Jaffna and Anuradhapura districts. Fairly heavy falls about 50 millimeters are likely at some places in western Sabaragamuwa and central provinces and in Galle and Mathura districts. General public has been kindly requested to take adequate precautions by the Met Department to minimize the damages caused by lightning activity.
And now with that forecast, we conclude tonight's news live on Channel Live. Do join us tomorrow at the very same time.
Good night.